Okay, let's see if it's streaming or not. Okay, we're good. Hello, welcome everybody to GMod Cruise Line Dev Showcase number 11. Today is December 22nd, 2017, and we'd like to wish you happy holidays and thank you for joining us. We've got some stuff to show off today that we've been working on, and let's get right into it. So first off, we have some new settings as far as the rocket shoes are concerned. So there's a couple of changes we've done to the rocket shoes. First off, we have made it so it's more compatible with various player models. So if you may remember, there was a time where it didn't work at all on the zombie. Now this was because we were hooking up the rocket shoe to basically a different bone than the foot. We were using the toe, which wasn't in a lot of models, or it was rigged wrong, like in the zombie. So we moved it to the foot, we did some cool math stuff to make it work, so now it's more compatible, and hello, welcome to and that should solve some issues for some of the player models we tried to add in the last update, where we couldn't add some of them due to the missing toe bone.
Because winter sucks.
Yeah, well, I fixed it though.
Yeah, absolute madman. How does he do it?
So that's the first thing. Now the second thing is that we made it so so you can basically move like hats and accessories further away than you could before. So this was especially a problem with the Splatoon Inklings. I don't have them right now, but basically with the Splatoon Inklings, their heads are huge. So sometimes you have to move their hat a lot in order to make it actually work. So we had a lower limit than we should have had. And so now it can go like way out there for hats and accessories and stuff like that. So, but the other thing we also added is that along with that, we had some players that were going and moving their rocket shoes out of the way, and I don't know if you can see the problem there, but the feet's missing. So that looks weird. We don't want that. So if you want to like hide the rocket shoes but still have the functionality of actually being able to use them, we now have this new setting called Draw Model. You could just turn that off and they disappear, but you can still fly around and stuff. So those are the first two things, and then the third thing is that we've added a little bit of a helpful thing to the scoreboard. Now, the scoreboard didn't used to show this, but now, basically, whenever somebody checks into a cabin, now whatever cabin they own will show up on the scoreboard right here. As well as, for example, if they're in a mini game, that'll show up here. So if somebody's in bowling, that'll show up instead of the cabin. Stuff like that. It's basically quality of life stuff. So when somebody says, "Come to my cabin," and you have no idea where that is, you can just look at the scoreboard. So now the next thing is a setting that was requested by a member of the community on the forums. It is this little setting. So it's auto-equip on purchase. Now, if you may remember, when you go to buy something from the store, or any of the stores, for example, a player model, it would automatically switch to what you bought, right? some people didn't really like that. They just wanted to buy it and not have it auto-equip. So, we made this little setting, and uncheck that. Now, when I go and buy this player model, it won't change. But, they'll still be in my inventory now. So there's that. I really should fix the camera with this. It's kind of broken. But, so there's that. And now we have... Go over here and buy a couple settings for the... Or buy a couple of items for this. So... We've added yet more settings to laser
God.
and stage light. So...
Unrelated.
Unrelated.
Unrelated. That, you know that one guy that was having that issue? The skybox?
Yeah.
Help!
Oh lord, it's happening to more people now. It happened to Pants too, I don't know why. There we go. So we've added more settings to the, to the laser emitter and stage light. So I'm just going to set them up right over here. Stage lights.
My frames are absolute poo-poo because of this.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's that we have missing area portals on the
Big poo-poo.
for the bowling. Yeah, for bowling, and the minigame coordinates are all drawing when they shouldn't be. So that's a bug we have to fix at some point. But so new settings, right? We have 2 new settings now. These, good thing I had music off. So basically, now stage light has a setting called always on and react to music. So always on is exactly what it sounds like. It's just always rendering the effect like that. So, and then there's also react to music, which makes it not react to music. So if you just want to do like a combination of these two, you could just have it in a static position now, not reacting to music. So, and then the laser emitters have even more changes. So they have always on, of course, and they also have always on intensity. So, if we flip this, we have it going always on. So now we can go like this. We can do the intensity, so we can set it to like go really far out, or all the way in, like that. So you can do a lot of adjustments here. And then also, if you want to do something like rotation, or if you want to adjust the rotation speed that the lasers are turning at, you can go and change this. So if you don't want to move at all, you can just do that. Or if you want to move at lightning speed, you can make it do that. Well, not lightning speed, but do something fast. And you can also combine that with the RGB speed. Make it just go nuts. So that's a couple of changes we've had there. Yeah. What else is there? Yeah, there's quite a few bugs. Okay, so next up we have to do the thingy. Okay, so I'm gonna. Do you guys have screenshots ready for progress for the thingy?
Perhaps.
Well, Clunky put up a few of them.
I have a. I just finished compiling the Christmas map.
Okay.
That's not GMCL, you stupid idiot!
But you know.
Okay, that's good too. But okay. So Clunky has screenshots there. If I scroll back a bit, I think I can find screenshots for Frosty.
I don't think I have any notable progress on Frosty. I've just been trying to toy around with designs and stuff.
Okay.
And I haven't worked on the map since for a while.
Well, I mean, you've been on Nuclear Theaters now, so that's fine.
I've been trying.
I don't even know why I'm here.
This I'll pull up Clunky stuff.
Fuck.
Hey, no swear.
Yeah, it's a Christian
heck.
stream, muffins.
Heck.
How else are we gonna keep a super professional atmosphere when, you know?
Yes, we're very professional here. Okay, just gonna use
As I talk about super professional while I try to open this bottle of vape juice.
Drugs in my server?
Yeah.
It's more likely than you think. Good PC check.
Ooh, we.
Louis. Oh, what? That one. Okay, here we go. Right, so Clunky isn't here. Yeah, he said he won't be able to make it. Okay.
Yeah, because he's a big nerd and doesn't like us.
He's a big nerd. No, he likes us, I think.
No.
Is the Lego bricks being checkered and purple and black normal? Right now they are. Or right now it is. We haven't fixed that yet. We'll fix it eventually. Okay, so basically I'm going to show off some progress for what is it called now? Oasis? Yeah. So Mirage, which is the mini golf map that Clunky introduced a dev showcase or two ago, it's called Oasis now. So here's the first one. This is just an in-game screenshot of a hole he's working on right now. The context for this was that he was working on adjusting the ramps on it. So it's still the same theme, just a different name, basically. But it's coming along pretty nicely, we think. So, and then there is, whoops, this one, which is kind of a small screenshot, but that's okay. So this is another whole layout he's working on right now. This one's, yeah, still pretty work in progress, this one. But, so that's another one. And then we've got this one.
While he's showing off the screenshots, I just want to make it clear that, like, if we're not making big progress on a certain thing in GMCL, it's not because we don't want to. Like, we want to, but we're probably busy with life stuff, and that usually gets in the way.
Yeah, of course. We work on stuff when we get the chance.
We're still hella dedicated. Like, big hella.
Nobody said we were.
I just don't want people getting the wrong idea.
Nah, we work when we can, and
Cause I'm too busy wage slaving to do a thing.
yeah, but we've gotta pay for food and stuff. So
I gotta pay
excuses.
that overly overpriced Canadian phone bills. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. This is the same hole as what was in the first screenshot, but kind of this stairs edition that he's working on.
Stairs.
Which I think is actually a really good idea. But we'll see how that turns out in game. And then we've got this one, which is a new layout he's working on. I don't think it's anywhere near finished, but basically you start, I think, over here, and then you go down over here. Wait, yeah, I think you start over here, and then you go down over here, go over this ramp, go over here, go down this one of these 3 tubes, go around here, and then go up to the hole right here. So that's another layout he's working on right now. But that one's not finalized either, obviously. And then we've got 2 really work in progress screenshots for Frosty that Jordan shared a couple of days ago. These ones, you'll see it on stream in a sec. So it's this one.
In my GMCL stream, more likely than you think.
You'll see it in a second. So it should be catching up now.
Oh yeah, that abomination.
So you want to talk about it?
I'm trying. People do a thing. They go over the ramp thing. They fall into the thing and they try to get to the thing called the hole.
The hole.
Other than that, I'm still trying to like work it out, see what I gotta do to like connect top and bottom levels. I don't know what to do, so I'm like out of ideas.
Not out of ideas.
I'm working on it. Working on it.
This is working on it.
I'm working on it.
Never out of ideas. Come on. That's
hey man. Top. Clinical depression is like, hey, eat my butt.
Sure. Get that.
And laziness, of course. Can't forget about that.
Hey, man.
Oh, that's how you open this. It smells good!
Okay, so that's the other screenshot for this
Holy
one.
Heck.
And then we've got, whoops, the wrong one. Okay. And then we've got a bunch of people standing around and folding their arms.
Oh jeez, I thought the label on this said night Chad instead of nightcap.
Good job.
You want a night Chad?
No thanks.
Sure?
I'm pretty sure. Okay. Muffins has gotta jump out. But well, thanks for joining us.
Tap it out.
Bye. I didn't really talk at all, but yeah.
See you later, nerdo.
We'll see you. Alrighty, so we gotta go to the wonderful thing known as mini golf excursion. Again.
Because we always got into stream with mini golf. Every time.
It seems like every time, doesn't it?
Hey, maybe one day we'll have the 2 excursions to play per stream.
Well,
can only dream.
So
one day.
Everybody 2 excursions for us. Nobody's in it. Cool.
Announce. Come play broken maps.
You should hop out of this. Yeah, you should hop out of the queue, Jordan. Nobody's in there but you.
The what?
Nobody's in the queue but you.
Queue? Yes, leave the queue. Stop.
The theater, yes. So, okay, everybody join. So, the theater, yes. So, I've been working on some stuff for that. I have a work in progress, kind of semi-working panel for video support for the media system, but it's not to the point where I can really show it off yet. I wanted to get it to actually like start drawing on stuff like TVs and stuff before I really show that off. So.
Drawing in paint.
But that's coming. Okay, I guess we'll do. I mean, you can vote for whichever one.
Backyard is like the least broken, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty broken.
It's still pretty broken. The stuff, it needs to be redone. All the boosts are busted now.
It makes heck worse than Dark Souls.
Yes, it makes it unplayable.
I still gotta throw in a fix though, because he didn't show me how to add the surfaces and whatnot until like last week.
Well, I mean, I only made the thing like last week.
Goofy busy man.
Uh-huh.
Was it last week? No, it couldn't have been.
Finals.
Gross. Gross like a
Finals
samosa.
gross.
Whatever samosa is, I just know the name of it.
So, we've done some stuff here. Just a
Have we?
smidge of things here. Let me turn off the net graph.
Oh, I hope this doesn't make too much noise, or else I'm gonna have to mute my mic. Got these packages, man.
So, we've done a smidge of things. If you pay real close attention, you'll notice that the physics seem to be different now.
And better. What?
Yes, I've made new mini-golf physics. It's actually better. The balls now stop within a reasonable time, which is great. So we're gonna play around with that. But also the other thing that we've added before the music starts.
Ooh.
Oh wow, it's Aaron who's amazing.
Oh,
I know why.
shoot.
Before the music starts,
Bro!
we got this thing.
Amazon, you absolute madman. Holy nut.
I have to fix that.
So apparently there's, I'm not sponsored, but apparently there's like an option where you can like get them to gift wrap the things for you. And the absolute mad lads, they did it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
they
don't
gift
get
wrap anything
stuff from
that you-
Amazon very much. This is heckin' cool.
So I gotta fix this scoreboard because I think I busted it with the cabin's
box.
mini golf display.
Keep your gift.
But basically, you can adjust the mini golf volume now. So you know how the music's like really loud? It is no longer has to be really loud. It can be whatever you want it to be, including like 25%. So
also this isn't exactly
Anyway.
hole one. This is
this
not
isn't on
supposed to be
hole
like
one.
this.
No, backyard is very broken right now. We're
Yeah, I
working
plan
on
on fixing it within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully I'll have it done by then. I plan on doing a little bit of an overhaul in a way, just a aesthetic look, because I don't know. It's what Demon Kush originally planned to do, so since he's gone, I'll do it for him. Give full credit, because he's an absolute madman. I still think this is like the magnum opus of mini golf, to be honest.
Oh. Wow, that's like actually really quiet.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over that. Ambient music volume, is that the one?
Yep. We added that for a reason.
It ain't changing anything. Oh no, this one's broke.
Yeah, this is broken. So,
Good luck getting in the hole.
so you know the new physics, and now they're a thing. Now they're a thing now.
They're even better. Okay, I didn't know. Now it's just like
the new physics have made this hole literally
added new
unplayable.
RNG.
I have literally not been able to get
wait.
past this hole since I added the new physics.
I got past it once, but did you say what was changed with new physics?
So-
Displacements and such.
So there's a bunch of new stuff we can do with this new physics system. So basically, first off, we have it's dropping frames. Cool. I think we just lost an
Dude, nice.
That's why we record them separately from Twitch. I
Wait.
missed it. Dang it. But anyway.
Speaking, oh my god, I just realized something. I was lagging because I was mining.
Yeah, I turned it off.
I still am. Oops.
But dang it. Okay. Anyway.
At least I know GCL is still playable.
So new physics, right? The new physics let us do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So with the old physics system, basically the only thing that we could really adjust was physics dampening. And basically what that means is how quickly the ball slows down. So since the I'm just gonna skip this whole. Hang on.
I love this hole. Don't skip it.
Hold on.
No.
hold done, fly, and...
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, explain new physics, big man.
Anyway, so the only thing that we used to be able to adjust was dampening, which is basically how quickly the ball slows down, as you can see.
Hey,
but
look,
it returned to full number 1. It's not really old number 1. Anyway, so how quickly the ball would slow down in like relation to friction and stuff like that. So
friction.
So that was okay, but lent itself to some problems. Like, for example, it didn't work on displacements at all, because how I was doing it was that I was using the texture of whatever the ball is on, and the source engine returns literally displacement, quotes, displacement as the texture when you're on a displacement. So displacements are things like terrain and stuff like that. So that was kind of unworkable for us because it meant that we couldn't do like really ridiculously complex holes, because we had to make them solid brushes. So we made it compatible with displacements, which means that we can do more complex holes now. And then on top of that, we can also... I just took a screenshot for some reason. On top of that, we can also do things like adjust it per surface as opposed to per texture, basically. So the idea is that we'll be able to do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. No, this one's playable.
Sort of playable.
I've not passed it. Like 6
Sorry,
times.
I literally was not
Whoop.
paying attention. You just detailed the like displacements and whatnot.
Yeah, so we can do displacements now. We can do all of that.
Probably
so
custom sounds for like when
maybe,
the ball hits
surfaces.
surfaces.
Maybe custom sounds for when the ball hits surfaces. And also we can do potentially even like particle effects when it hits or encounters another surface. So we can do things like have it throw up dust or smoke or whatever.
Yeah, like if you hit a wall, it'll display sparks or something if it's metal.
Yeah. So a whole bunch of cool stuff like that.
Very neat, yes.
Yes, very good.
Now if I could get in this goddamn hole. Oh.
But anyway, so I just wrote this like a week or 2 ago, but since we've been working on Yuka Theater's holiday update for most of the last couple of weeks, we
don't want to abandon it.
Because we don't want to abandon it, obviously.
Yeah.
We still care about Yuka Theater, we still want to provide updates for it, so since we've been focusing on that, we haven't been able to do things with fixing the mini-golf maps yet, so that's going to be probably the next thing that we do, is fix the mini-golf maps, because they're basically unplayable by yourself unless you're willing to just hit your ball 12 times in order to get the...
Dude, I love hitting my balls 12 times.
Out of strokes.
Who doesn't love hitting their balls 12 times? You know what I mean?
Nice word. But also,
I love that.
But also, along with this new physics, is that we made it so it does some real clever, neat stuff when you're going up and down ramps. So,
neat.
So basically, it adjusts dynamically depending on the ramp's angle. How much friction to apply. So if you want to apply a certain amount of dampening to a surface, but you want it to be, if you want to have like a standard dampening basically, but you want it to be less on ramps like it should be, then you can do that now. So, a whole lot of cool stuff we can do with this thing. Unfortunately, the only thing that we can't really seem to do with this new system is elasticity, which is like the bounciness of a surface. I don't know why it doesn't work, but it just doesn't. So, unfortunately. Poor guy. But anyway, so there's that.
Oh, I hate this one. I hate this one so much.
This one's unplayable. Yeah, this one's unplayable. Watch.
Yeet.
As you can see by the
Accurate depiction of mini golf hell.
Yeah.
Accurate depiction of a
Oh wow,
broken
somebody
map.
got in.
What? What?
I don't know who got in, but somebody got
You
in.
can't do that.
I don't know how
What?
they managed to do that. Wow. Incredible.
The absolute madman.
The absolute madman. He did it.
How does he do it?
Anyway, okay, so we're gonna open up to Q&A now. So if you have any questions, we'll try to give you the answers. So just stick it in Twitch chat or in the game chat if you're here playing with us.
Oh,
And we'll,
bubble wrap.
do our best to answer them.
Whew.
I'm sick for some reason. This really sucks.
Because sucks to
Ooh,
suck.
hello. Oof. I gotta fix that. It needs to not, like, compound like that. This was totally busted.
Yeah, like nothing.
This, look, like, I'm not even kidding when I say this one's busted. Watch this. Woo! Now we're back in the
Go
previous
all
hole.
the way. Hey,
Now we're back in the previous hole.
there we are. Derby time.
Yep. Wow.
I love how everyone's ending up back at this one. How do you even get in there? What?
I don't know. They managed to do
I
it.
don't understand.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Wow.
Mini golf is a good game.
Oh, we need to fix this, man.
I'm expecting the first question to be, are you gonna fix this?
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it!
Or maybe no questions, who knows?
I have no questions here. There's only like 11 people in here today, so...
True. It is almost Christmas time as usual though, so
Yeah.
to be expected.
Makes people busy. So...
Yeah,
Also,
dang, Christmas time made me go outside.
also we have like
gross.
7 people here, and then like another... I don't know. How many people on this server right now?
I don't know.
We have 7 people here, and then... Oh. Looks like the people that were on the ship server left.
A measly 10 in stream.
Do you accept
That's
Gaben as your Lord and
There's
Savior?
still the VOD!
I don't know. Do you accept Gaben as your Lord and Savior? Well, Gaben at valsoftware.com.
Dude, I love
Good
that
question. Good question to ask him. What on earth is going on?
guy. And the cup.
Okay, here we go. How's the media player feature going? It's going. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but basically I have a work in progress version, or rather I have a work in progress panel for video support in it, but we're not to the point where I can really show it off yet, or where I'm really willing to show it off.
Good ones!
I kind of want to be like, okay, here it is, and here's a new cabinet item you can play it on, and here's the theaters working, and stuff like that. Part of that also depends on how quick Chromium support actually comes to the main branch of GMod, because it's still sitting in its own little branch. So we don't have access to it, which means that we don't have up-to-date stuff. So really,
Boom.
will Solstice Game Studios ever make real games instead of servers?
No thank.
Probably not. Well,
Let's make a
actually,
game
that's
community.
like that's way like not even remotely in our timeline. So if we ever did, then cool. But like, it's not like we're actively.
I don't feel like learning another engine at this time.
But yeah. So media players coming along. It'll be out when it's ready, basically. Are you planning on adding more game modes or mini games? Yes, obviously. It'd be extremely boring if this is only the only thing that all the stuff you could do at GMod Cruise Land. If so, which we can't really announce that, but we have many ideas for stuff we want to do.
What's the ETA on an excursion? Whoa. More or less after you finish bugs, right?
Yeah. What's the ETA on the next
One day.
excursion? Don't know. It just depends on how. Wow.
Depends on how
That
quickly you get the
is-
bugs done.
Busted. This hole is busted. That's hilarious. Anyway. So next excursion timeline. I don't know. It's optimally after I finish fixing the kind of existing bugs. We want to start working on a new excursion soon. So it's definitely something that'll be worked on in the coming months, I would say. It'll definitely come out after media player support's done. So I'll say that. I'm just having fun bouncing all over the map, honestly. Wow. Anyway. So. Anyway.
I think that's all. Is there?
I think that is pretty much all of it, honestly. It's a really short Dev Showcase, but...
Oh well.
Oh well, I mean...
Wait, what? What? It's 5:50 Pacific Standard.
Yeah,
It was like 10 minutes short. What are you talking about?
it's actually been recorded for 40 minutes.
Oh?
Yeah, so like 10 minutes short. Usually our Dev Showcase
When did you
is
start?
50. Like,
I was out getting a burger from
Like
A&W,
8:10.
man. Oh, shoot.
but anyway,
It was a good burg.
I hope it was. Okay, so... The spiel. The spiel. The spiel? The spiel.
It really makes me think.
So... the spiel is... Oh, ouch.
When's the next stream?
We have had anti-cheat and mini-golf. We have anti-cheat. We actually have really nice anti-cheats.
Good
it's just
one!
that it doesn't catch crazy physics like this because all the physics stuff is server-side on mini-golf, so like, you don't have to do it because the server itself told instead it's going to be that quick. So anyway, so the spiel is we're looking for devs. If you haven't heard, if you know anybody or you yourself are interested in being a developer for Solstice, you want to help us do cool stuff, work on GMod Cruise Line or Yuki Theater or what have you, consider applying on the forums. So yeah, so
We
there's
got a
that.
Discord.
Especially if you are a mapper or a modeler, because we super need mappers and modelers. If you want to support us and help us do what we do, we have, you can donate at www.solsticegamestudios.com /donate.php. So that's how you support us and let us keep doing what we do.
What do we do?
What do we do? Mostly just fiddle around until we make something people like.
Oh.
We have a Discord, if you haven't heard.
See, this is what happens when you don't write up the planning sheet.
No, I have it. I wrote it up.
You do? What? Oh, I checked.
It's there.
I bet you're looking at, like, an older one.
No, I'm not.
I swear to God, I'm gonna look.
So we have a Discord. That is, if you're watching it on Twitch, it'll be below below the video on the channel page.
Oh, there it is.
It's on the channel page. If you want to follow us on Twitch and get notified about future dev showcases and stuff like that, hit that follow button. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. Link is on the channel page as well. And GMod Cruise Line and Solstice Game Studios and Yuka Theater all have Steam groups. You can find all those at solsticegamestudios.com or gmodcruiseline.com.
Merry Christmas, you goofy
But
boobs.
yes, Merry Christmas. Our next
Or
show
Merry whatever you celebrate.
Or, yeah,
Haha.
yeah, whatever you celebrate. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Waffle Day, I don't know.
Festivus. Whatever it is you celebrate. Hope you have a good one. But our next dev showcase.
What if they have a bad one though?
But well, we're hoping to have a good one, Jordan.
They better have a good one. I swear to God, I'll come knocking
Better
on
have
the
a good
door and I'll
one.
be like, hey, have a good one. And if they don't, I shove Frosty the Snowman down their trousers.
So,
Big snowy boy.
Festivus for the rest of us, yes. But Yuki Theater's holiday update is coming out in the next day or two. Keep an eye out for that. We have a whole bunch of content coming along with that, including some new achievements and a whole new area of the map that we actually got rid of an old area to replace it with. So, but our next dev showcase will be a month from now on January 26th. That's because we won't basically be able to do anything for a couple of weeks while we're all running around doing holiday stuff. Or on vacation or all of that stuff. So, but anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next dev showcase.
Catch you later, Jake Paulers. Ah!
Yeah, and you recliners too. All right, see you guys.